You cannot possibly help everybody in this whole wide world. You are not their Lord and personal savior. Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since we dropped the video, but today we're back with something amazing that you can't afford to miss. Drum rolls. So today I'm going to be showing you 10 financial habits that can keep you broke for life. 10 very costly habits. Some of them you might be making them already. Some of them you might encounter them in the future that you must avoid if you want to build a solid financial portfolio. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get started. Okay, mistake or bad habit number one is not working with a budget. Not having a budget and not working with a budget. So I remember one time a friend came to my house and then she saw a notebook that I had that I used to write my income and my expenses. Don't mind me, I'm old school. I know there are a lot of apps that can do that for you, but somehow I just love my pen and paper. Everybody needs to have a budget. Whether you earn 2,000 naira or you earn 2 million naira, you need to have a budget for every kobo that enters into your account. You need to be accountable for it. The Bible talks about if you are not found faithful in little things, you can't be given more. So don't say because my salary is just 10,000 naira, so I just spend anyhow I like. No, have a budget. Take note of every dime that you spend and what you are spending it on. Sometimes you notice that you have a leaking pocket and you don't know where it comes from. That is because you don't have a budget. When you have a budget, you'll be able to know what it is that is taking your money and how you can curb it. Is it fast food? Is it taxi? What exactly is it? So you can know how to deal with it. What's a budget? Write a list of things that you need and their costs or their estimated costs. And when you want to spend in the order of priority, right? So I'm going to deal with the things that are more important this month. There's something we call opportunity cost. You forgo some things that are less important just so that you don't have to buy every single thing at once. So have a budget. It's not when you walk past the road and you just see a fine dress, you just want to buy it. The best thing to do when you see something beautiful is go back, write it in your budget. See, fine things, no, they finish. That's a pidgin way of saying beautiful things are never exhausted. Every single day, there are beautiful new dresses that are going to come out in the market. They are never going to get finished. People are getting more and more creative ideas for fashion, for cars, for houses. So don't feel like if you don't buy this particular one, you're going to miss out on something. No. Have a budget. If it's not in your budget, forget about it till the next month. Have a budget and don't just have a budget for fancy. Stick to your budget. Make sure you stick to a budget. It's one of the ways you can make sure that your finances are secure and they don't run out. Have a budget. Be very strict with it. Anything that is not in the budget, except the matter of life and death, should wait till the next month. Have a budget. All right. So the next one is something I like to call the Father Christmas or Santa Claus syndrome. You know who Santa Claus is? The one that drops gifts for people, for little children, the character, that is it. In Africa, we call it Father Christmas. Now, that is a syndrome that most people have. What does that mean? I can also call it Mother Teresa syndrome. They want to help the world. They want to help everybody in this world. Why that is not a bad thing is a sign of compassion, sympathy. It means you're a kind person and it's a beautiful trait that everybody in this world needs to have. But the issue is that most of them do it without moderation. They don't set limits. Now, the thing about giving without limits is that takers don't set limits. They can take and take and take from you till your last 5 kobo and they don't care. You as the giver, you're the one who is supposed to set a limit. So Father Christmas syndrome is the situation where you feel like you want to help everybody in the world. I made a post on Facebook recently and I said, you cannot possibly help everybody in this whole wide world. You are not their Lord and personal savior. You can do the best that you can, but that is where it ends. Now, this takes me back to the first point, having a budget. Have a budget for every single thing. Everything. Whatever, no matter how silly it sounds, as much as helping people is, have a budget for it. Charity. Let's say you budget 5% or 10% or 20% of your monthly income for helping people. Out of that 20%, you give to charity organizations, you give to orphanages, you help maybe your neighbors, you see a child who needs to be in school, you pay the school fees from that 20%. Anybody, maybe a family member is begging you for help for something important, you send from that 20%. Once that 20% is exhausted, everybody should know that you have run out of cash. spendable cash you have. They should wait till the next income comes. If your income comes monthly, biannually, weekly, everybody has to wait till the next income comes. Don't go to the extent of borrowing to give to somebody. That is extreme. If you don't have, you don't have. A simple no, I don't have, is enough. You don't even have to do too many explanations. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I can't help you right now. Maybe in the future, I'll look into it. Simple. You cannot possibly help everybody. Second bad financial habit that can keep you broke for a long time is thinking or hoping that you can help everybody in this life, which is totally impossible. Kill the Father Christmas syndrome, kill the Mother Teresa syndrome. Be a nice person, help out, but have a limit to it, have a budget for it, and don't exceed that budget no matter what. Okay, so the third financial habit that can keep you broke for a long time is called over satisfaction and over contentment. I know that the scripture talks about us being content and all of that, but there's a point where you are content and it becomes too much and it leads to relaxation and laziness. What do I mean? There was the time I was talking to a friend. He did a campaign, he did a sales campaign, and he did over 2 million naira from the campaign. And he told me that he had turned off all his ads and he was resting. And I'm like, wow, wow. So you are resting because you probably made a couple millions in your account and you feel like, I'm not saying rest is bad, but one thing every young person should always do is to always have something that they are chasing. That's what gives your life meaning. Always have new goals, always have ambitions. You've done this, okay, what's the next thing? That's how to keep going. So you've achieved this, beautiful. Don't get too satisfied. Don't get too content. The truth is, there is always something I want to achieve. There's always a new goal. Okay, you wanted to buy a new phone. You bought a new phone. It's not time to rest. You are young. You have energy. Set a new goal. Okay, this time around you want to buy a car, or this time around you want to pay somebody's school fees, or this time around you want to relocate. Have new goals that you are always chasing. Don't ever feel too content. The moment you start to feel too content, like you've made it, oh my God, you have hundreds of millions, you have made it. That is when your journey to brokenness begins. Remember, a little sleep, a little slumber, and what poverty would just come and be your best friend. So I'm not saying you should not take a few days to rest once in a while, but make sure that at every point in your life there is something you are working towards. There is a goal you are chasing. There is a dream you are looking to. If you don't have a dream, look for people. Look for people on the internet that inspire you. What are they doing? Okay, this person just hit Forbes list. Okay, this is my new goal. I want to hit Forbes list. You start working towards it. Living a life of ambition is one of the most beautiful and energetic things of the world ever. Never feel over content. I don't care how much you've made. I don't care what you've done. It's not enough. It's just a starting point. You need to set more goals. You need to set more scary goals and start working towards them. So as you're celebrating the first win, thank you, congratulations, you've done well. Hallelujah, I'm happy for you. The next goal, start working on it immediately. The reward for a job well done is what? More jobs, more work. That's how to keep going. So don't ever feel like you come to a place where you don't, oh, you are okay, you are fine. No. The thing that motivates me a lot is the people that we call the millionaires that we know in this world. I see brands like Coca-Cola still running ads. I see big guys like Tony Elumelu still going on business trips, and I'm like, oh, the money these guys have, they don't want to rest. That is the passion. That is the life. That is how it should be. Every day there are new goals. Every day there are new things to chase. Don't ever feel like you've made it in life. That feeling of I've made it in life is one thing that can crumble your finances faster than anything in this world. Even if you've made it, celebrate yourself for 30 seconds and set a new goal. There's always something higher to reach for, and don't stop reaching. Don't forget, the top of one mountain is the bottom of the next one. Never stop climbing. Now let's get to the fourth one. Now the fourth financial habit that can keep you broke for a long time is always trying to prove that you have money. Yes. So you make money, I understand you make some money, you're happy, you're confident, but how do people now know that you have money? You need to tell them, you need to let the world know that you have entered a new level. I know that feeling, right? But that is something that can destroy your years or your months of hard work. Stop spending your money just to prove that you have money. Stop trying to wear your account balance on your body. Stop trying to look like your account balance. I learned something from Psychology of Money, a book, and it says wealth is not what you see. Wealth is not what you see, right? To determine a person's worth, a person's real worth rather, you have to look at beyond what the person is has to show forth beyond the phone the person is carrying, beyond the cars. Because guess what? As the person has bought that car, that is a minus in the person's account. It's not a plus. But imagine where you actually need to check is the person's portfolio, investment portfolio, those pluses. Those pluses. So you don't have to. I'm not saying you should look shabby, look good, look okay, look nice. But before you make a purchase, before you buy something, okay, I want to buy a car. Why exactly am I buying this car? This particular brand. Is it because I need it? Is it because I need a car? Or is it because I just want to show off to the world that I can afford a car? Can I really afford it? Am I about to scrape my account and beg everybody just before I buy this car? Before I buy this particular phone, can a different phone of a lower cost solve this problem for me? Can a different laptop solve this exact problem for me? Or am I just buying this particular brand because I want to show off? Stop spending money because you want to prove that you have money. Learn to ask yourself a lot of questions. Before you make a purchase, ask yourself why, for what? Is this really necessary? Do I really need this? Do I really need this exact one? You might need a phone, but you might not need that Samsung Galaxy 23 Ultra. Something that maybe a Techno Pop 5 can do for you. You just want to buy the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra so that you can prove to the world that, okay, I have an expensive, or you want to buy the iPhone 15 or the iPhone 14 Pro Max, something that an iPhone 11 can do for you. You just want to buy that one so that you can prove to the world that, I've made the money. You are only doing yourself a disfavor. And one thing I've learned in this life is the people that you think are looking at you, they don't even know that you exist. They don't care. They can't even see you. They don't notice you. So stop wasting your time. Because if you go broke, those same people will tell you they can't help you. So consider the reason, the motive behind every single purchase. Am I trying to prove a point, or do I really need this thing? Don't spend money just to prove that you have money. Don't exceed your budget. Don't exceed your limit. Don't try to impress anybody. They don't matter in the long run. Please take it. Bad habit number 5 is called an entitlement mentality. Now, this is where you feel entitled, like people owe you. Entitled to people's monies, people's time, people's advice, different things. And now this could be people that are close to you, even your parents. You might feel entitled to their money, like they owe you money, or your uncles, your aunties. Now, this is a very bad financial habit. Why? Because when you feel like certain people owe you certain things, you feel less motivated to do things for yourself. When you live like that, understanding that nobody borrowed money from you and they're not owing you money, if they choose to do stuff for you, if your uncles choose to help you or your aunties choose to help you, it's because they are nice people and you should really appreciate that. Not because they owe you, not because they are supposed to do it for you. No, they can decide to do whatever they like with their money. It's their money. They worked for it. You didn't help them work for it. So when you understand that fact, you would always appreciate every 5 kobo that comes in as a gift. You would appreciate it so much because you know that they don't owe you. They are doing it out of the benevolence of their heart, and you are left out to work out your own salvation. You are left out to hustle for yourself. You are left to fend for yourself. This is a very important thing because most people, especially in this part of the world, Africa, feel like, okay, because my parents brought me to the world, they're supposed to take care of me until I die. Really? Really? Or because my uncles are rich, they're in the US, they're supposed to be sending me money. Are you the one that sent them to the US? Are you the one paying them salary? They have family, they have children. Even if they don't have children, they have something to do with their money. I see a lot of people say, oh, what are you doing with your money? You are a single woman. You are a single man. Oh, give us your money. Why? Who gave you the right to tell people what to do with their money? I see people all over the internet telling rich men and all of them that they should give their money out to charity. They should use their money for this. Who are you? Were you there when they were having sleepless nights, working out strategies, building their team, borrowing money from banks, trying to build a business? You were not there. And then now they've made money. You want to tell them how to spend their money? You come under the comment section and say, I've not eaten for 3 days. Help me. You have the money. Oh, God. The entitlement mentality is something that you should kill. You should make sure you kill it because nobody is owing you. If they decide to help you, beautiful. If they don't, amazing. You should learn how to work for yourself, how to make your own money. Once you tell yourself, nobody owes me, not even my parents, not even my best friend, not even my spouse, I have to work out my own finances. You will be amazed at what you'll be able to achieve. So next time you're making plans for something, don't include people in that plans. If people want to come into the picture, beautiful, by favor, beautiful. But when you're making plans, when next you have a bill and you want to make plans, leave people's name out of it. Stop putting people's name in your plans. Write the strategy you're going to use. Write the product you're going to sell. Write the kind of advert you're going to do to raise that money. Remove Choma's name from your list. Remove Emeka's name from your list. I'm talking to you. You. Kill entitlement mentality. So the next mistake, I think that's mistake number 6, or the next bad habit, is when you are too rigid. What does it mean to be rigid? Too stiff. You cannot move. You are a tree. You cannot even move anywhere. You are just gidigam. Let's say you have a business idea that you're doing and you're realizing that it's no longer working, or this environment, this industry, this something is wrong somewhere. Instead of you to think up new strategies or talk to people, find out what is happening, what is going on. See, every day the industry, the world keeps evolving and changing. If you are too rigid, you'll be left behind and people will move and pass you. Don't be too rigid to an idea. Don't be too rigid to a location. There's people that say they can never leave this state, this city, this country. Don't be like that. You are not a tree. Move. Be open to new opportunities. Be open to new locations. Be open to new ideas. When somebody brings an idea to you, don't be quick to say, get out, it's a scam. I'm here. I die in this one. No. Open your eyes. What you should just do is to make sure you do your research before you go into anything new, but be open to new opportunities. I was watching this movie, The Playlist. It's on Netflix. It's the story of Spotify. So while they were trying to pitch online streaming of music to the CEO of Sony Music, then they were using CDs. The world was using CDs to listen to music. Everybody had to buy the CDs. They're trying to pitch it to him, and the guy kept saying, it's a lie. Music can never be free. His mindset was fixated on CDs. CDs, that's how it should be. Music can never be free. He didn't know that the world was evolving into tech. People were using their phones. And now, guess what is happening now? Who is buying CDs? When last did you buy a CD to listen to music? We're all listening to music with our phones, our iPads, our laptops, and they're free. Do you understand? So you need to open your eyes to ideas. Don't be so fixated on a particular thing. It might look like it's never going to change, but that in this world and in this life is definitely change. So open your eyes, open your ears. Don't be too rigid. Don't say, I'm going to die in this idea. No, I'm going to die in this business. One thing every smart entrepreneur should know or should have is the spirit of discernment, knowing when it's time to walk away, knowing when it's time to move on, knowing when an idea has reached its expiry date and it's time to leave it alone. Let's keep working on an expired idea. It has expired, it has expired, it's time to move on. Don't be too rigid. Tell your neighbor, I will not be too rigid. Tell your neighbor in the comments, there's comment section. I will not be too rigid. This 2023, I refuse to be too rigid. I will open my eyes to opportunities. I will open my ears to inspirations. I will be very flexible. So the next one right now is, I combine two things in one, and this should be number 7. I combine two things in one, and it's laziness and indiscipline. These are really common ones, but they, as much as you think that they are little, but they are not. Laziness, indiscipline, knowing what to do but not doing it, not organizing your life well, not having a plan for your day. You just wake up and do anything that comes to your mind. You are living free, you're free as the bird, not knowing that the free time that you have now is limited. You will not always have it. And bad habit number 8 is poor saving habits. Now, I know we've heard about savings, how important savings is, but I need to reiterate on it. It's always important to have a saving portfolio. And also, you need to understand why you are saving. And it doesn't matter how much you earn, regardless of how little or how large it is, always make sure to save a portion of your earnings and be consistent with it. Save, let's say you're saving 50% every month, and just keep at it. Don't do 50% this month, the next month to do 5%, and then the upper month to do 1%. No, keep it going in that same consistent manner. When you have trained yourself to have a particular, saving percentage, your body, your mind, your business, everything gets used to it. So you know that you don't spend, this is how much you have to spend, and your spending does not exceed this. And you've trained yourself to do that. So no matter what happens, do not exceed that limit, and that is the best way to live. So have a certain percentage of money that you save all the time. Use saving apps that make things easy for you. There are apps like PiggyVest that can automatically debit your account every month or every week or every day, depending on how you set it up with the amount. So you don't have to, even if you forget, it will debit it for you and take it to your saving portfolio. And also there are punishments for breaking your piggy bank or your piggy wallet. So these things help you to cultivate a good saving habit. Number 9 is no investment portfolio. So you just keep, spending and spending and spending. Savings are beautiful, but then why do you save? I talked about that before. You save so that you can invest. You don't save so that you can spend. Some people save to buy a shwebi, they save to buy clothes, they save to buy jewelry. No, except it's an investment, except it's a piece of gold that you want to use as an investment, it's not a good idea to save to spend. You save so that you can invest. So probably there's a piece of land that you want to buy, you've seen the price, and you save every month to be able to invest towards it. So that should be your purpose for saving, not to rainy days. Save to invest. Now, what are investments? There are things that can give you returns. It doesn't have to be a big deal. It could be a fixed deposit account that gives you maybe 1%, 2% every month. That's something. It could be any of these fintech apps like PiggyVest I talked about before, where you save or you lock your money for a period of time and they give you returns on your investments. It could be fish farming, it could be stock, it could be, different things. It could be shares in a company you can invest in. As little as any amount you can use to start building a solid investment portfolio. Make sure there's a little money, no matter how little, that your money makes for you. Not enough to leave money in your account just looking at it and all of that. It keeps depreciating by the day. It could even be saving in dollars. Saving in dollars is a form of investing. So you convert your money to dollars and you keep it in a dollar account. That's a form of investing. So make sure you have an investment portfolio, no matter how little. Have an investment portfolio. Have something or a platform or a system whereby your money makes you more money without your personal involvement. I hope that makes sense. And the last financial habit, one of the most important ones I have here, is zero money knowledge, zero money management knowledge. So you just go about doing things the way you like without understanding that money has a psychology, money has a mind, money has a spirit. You need to be able to sit down and study money. Don't just feel like you can do anyhow. How many books on money management have you studied? How many courses have you taken? How many investment books have you read? How many coaches have you listened to? These things are important because you could make money and lose it in a twinkle of an eye. I've seen people go from up to down in just few seconds because they were not able to manage their money, and then they start telling you, oh, those days, those days, those days. No, I don't want to be you to be among those people that tell stories of good old days. No, you're not supposed to have a better yesterday. You're supposed to go forward and forward and forward. So take your time to study about money, how money works, what makes some people have money and others don't have, why some people remain rich for the rest of their lives, why some go up and fall. Study these things. There are patterns to them, there are psychologists to them, there are systems to them. Money always leaves clues, success always leaves clues. Find out what the successful people are doing and what the unsuccessful ones are doing. It's very important. So there are books on money management. If you need finance books, I would link it up in the description somewhere around, where I did a video on 12 finance books that changed my life. You should get those books, you should study them. Understand finance, understand stewardship, understand money management, understand investment, understand savings, understand budgeting. All these things I said, they go into so much details. There are a lot of concepts about them that you need to sit down and study and understand. Understand personal accounting, how to give accounts of your personal income, understand your business finances. Some of us run sole proprietorships where we are the accountants, we are the CEO, we are the MD, we are the cashier. You need to really understand how to manage business money so that you don't mix it up and so that you don't crumble your business by your hand. See, when God blesses you, don't make sure that you don't use your hand to kill that blessing. You don't suffocate that blessing by yourself. Learn money management because God has given you that power. You have wealth, you have money. You can lose it if you don't understand how to keep it. So, very important. Learn, study, read books. As you're watching this video, kudos, you're doing well. Make sure you watch the next one about finance books that you should read and get those books. It will help you in life. The amount of knowledge you get about money is what's going to help you to make sure that you make more money, you multiply more money, and you secure your money. Now, I hope this video was helpful and I hope you found it interesting. I want you to make sure you hit the subscribe button, like this video if it made sense to you. If there was any part that stood out for you, let me know in the comments. If there's any particular habit that you feel like, oh my god, this one is the one that was written or said for me, let me know in the comment section. And please leave a nice comment, subscribe, share the link, let your friends know what's going on here. Share the link on your WhatsApp status, on your Facebook. Let people know that there's something amazing happening on this channel. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.